So the next step to help you manage your stress and overcome anything that's causing you to stress out is you want to make sure you develop a balanced lifestyle, which means you want to make sure the important life areas in your life is well balanced. So the three common areas that we face in life is career, relationship, health. Those three areas we can't escape, right? Because we need our career to make a living, right? So we can't escape that. And relationship, no matter where you at, you are forming some kind of relationship with your family, with your sibling, with your coworker, with your friends, even with yourself. So no matter where you go, you will form some kind of relationship. And health, we all know that we need good health, right? If you always lack of energy and strength, then it's hard for you to do anything successfully. So those three areas are called life areas that we have to manage. And we want to make sure that those three areas are in balance. In balance means making sure that you give those areas enough attention and care. If not, it will be off balance and you will be very stressed out. So, like for example, there are a lot of people that are workaholic. They focus on work so much that they don't spend enough time on their health and their relationship, and they become very stressed out because they are off balance. They put so much effort and time into work that they neglect relationship and health. And if you are not putting the effort in to keep those three life areas in balance, that's how stress develops. Because those three areas, you have to be in control, right? And if you are not in control of those three areas, then you become stressed out. Stress is just mainly about, are you in control of yourself, of your situation, of your life? And if you are not managing those three areas successfully, then they'll be off balance and you feel like you're not in control of those three areas. So in this case, if you are stressing out, then you want to find out, okay, which of these three life area is off balance? Which is this life three area you're not giving enough attention? And then you want to see how can you give more attention, more time to keep those three life in balance. Okay? And also, those three areas, you want to make sure that you improve those three areas as much as possible. The more those three areas improve, the better result you have, the better outcome you have, the more you in control of those three life areas, the less stressed you become.